episode of Days Off, we take $200, 6 rattle cans of paint, and make the GC8 better than it has ever been. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Days Off. Today, and probably this whole week, I am going to be spray bomb liverying, if that is even a thing, the GC8 here. We are doing an Interscope racing style livery with the color scheme from the famous 935 and Lola and Indy cars of the 1970s and 80s. One of my favorite liveries of all time. We got a lot of work to do. Got to start with spraying the wheels. We have to clean the car. We have to mask everything off, sand, paint, unmask, clean again. The whole fun process. This should be a fun episode. I'm really looking forward to it. I cannot wait to see the car all done. I got a whole bunch of stickers that RALLYSPORT Direct sent me. They had a bunch laying around. They said, hey, we'll send you a bunch of stickers if you want to do that. I'm all about it. Guys, thank you so much. It was the motivation I needed to do this. First things first, I'm running out to grab a coffee. And then we're gonna get right to it. So thanks for tuning in. Make sure you go down, take a second, hit that subscribe button, and let's spray paint my car.
Bright flashing by the street lights. Keep waiting till you've arrived. Let it unfold. Let it unfold. Give me a reason to feel right. I keep waiting for the morning light. I let him fall. Let him fall. You need to give me something I can't hold on to. Asleep through the night after all. Debating.
All right. You'll have to excuse the more shaky footage, but better looking footage. Oh, probably out of focus. Yeah, excuse the shaky footage. The GoPro's in charge right now. I'm just gonna use the X-T3 for now. It's got a good look to it. We'll mix in the GoPro later. I don't know, tell me, would you rather me use the X-T3, a little bit shaky, but a little bit better looking? I don't know. Anyway, gave the GC8 a really nice wash, foam cannon with APC cleaner all over the place, cleared out the wheels. The next step is I gotta get it jacked up, get the wheels off, make some space on the bench here, and I'm gonna start scuffing up the wheels because we're gonna do like we did with the gold ones that were the stock ones, and we're just gonna rattle bomb them. This is the whole theme of this, is we're gonna give it a livery, give it a look for as cheaply as we possibly can. I'm gonna jack up the car, get the wheels off, and then we're gonna start cleaning them up a little bit more and scuffing them. All right, had myself a delicious ham and cheese sandwich, and now I'm gonna get to the part that, well, it sucks to do and it's probably gonna suck to watch because these wheels actually have a nice finish on them, and I am about to ruin it. But you will be pleased to know that this one is already damaged. The rest of them are mint, but before I went for lunch, I was kind of thinking about it, and instead of doing like the entire wheel with the barrels and stuff, because the barrels are gonna see a lot of heat and it's gonna see a lot of dirt and stuff, I don't want, well, I'll put it this way, the gold finish isn't gonna hold up like a powder coat, obviously, it's just a rattle can. It does hold up, you can clean it, you can use iron off and stuff like that on it, it's not a problem, but it's still not gonna hold up and resist pitting and, you know, things sticking to it like the original powder coat was. So all I'm gonna do for these wheels is I'm just gonna face them. I'm just gonna spray the front, and then that way the inside is still protected. And then, like I said, Eventually they are going to get powder coated again, gold, like the proper way, and I want to get this one fixed. And when that happens, you know, obviously it'll be properly done and I won't have damaged the inside with like corrosion or anything like that. So I'm going to start sanding these down. So if you're sensitive to, like, if you have mechanical sympathy or detailing sympathy, please look away. You're not going to like this part. I'm not going to enjoy doing it. I hate sanding, but it's got to get done. So throwing on time lapse, start scuffing up some wheels. I hate sanding, I hate scuffing. It's coming out good though. There's not any pitting or anything like that aside from the one like curb brush here. And even with the Scotch-Brite, it's coming out nice and smooth. Usually, depending on the material you're working with, scotching like the paint on a car, you usually be able to see some finer scratches. This, I think, is going to come out nice and flat. Well, I guess we'll find out when we spray it. All right, I got the wheel cleaned up, nicely masked, and I'm gonna shake this can up, spray it, and we'll see what it looks like. Safe to say that looks proper. Calling that a win. A friggin' bug flew into this thing. There's a little divot in one of the little spokes there. You won't make it out from 10 feet away, which is what this car is, so no big deal. All right, so progress report. I got both the front wheels sprayed. I'm gonna call it there for today because I won't have enough time to scuff the back two and get them sprayed because I want to let them bake a little bit. The sun's actually out, so I've got the two fronts baking on the front patio. It gets like super hot up there, so that's going to harden up the paint quite nicely. And then I started doing the layout for the livery. As you can see, you can kind of see with the contrast of where I've sanded against the black, that's going to be the general shape. Now the Interscope livery on the 935, historically it's, in terms of scale, it would be like this big. And I kind of want to just be a little bit bigger, just follow the lines of the car more, make it a little bit more drastic. I'm trying to figure out with this angle here because I think this looks kind of weird. I might shallow it up further, bring it like kind of through the marker light. I'm just not sure yet. I think that's, I don't like this cut here. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. But that's sort of how the stripe is going to go. It's going to be the tricolor all the way up, and then we're going to bring it up over the back here, and then you'll kind of have a contrast of the lines turning, and then you'll have the tricolor this way as well. This is going to be really cool. I'm really excited, but I got to call it for today. I have to walk the dogs, got some chores to do, so I got to get after that, start being a little bit more responsible instead of doing car stuff all day. Nothing wrong with that. I'll pick this back up tomorrow, and we'll hopefully start spraying the car. Later, guys. Welcome back, guys. Day 2. Last night I threw the wheels up on the deck, have the bake in the sun, and get nice and glossed up. They turned out really good. The front ones are on, not torqued or anything, and they're just kind of, the car's jacked up, obviously. So I got 2 more to do. I'm a little bit behind schedule. I got to finish these 2 on the backs. But I should be able to get them done in like 4 or 5 hours, so this afternoon. First things first, I'm going to take the Mustang, put it outside, just because I'm going to put the table up here, work in here, And then when I go to spray this side with the white, which I might do while the wheels are drying, I'll mask this off and then I won't get any paint on the nice clean paint of the Verdict. So anyway, I'm gonna clear out the shop and clean up a little bit, get set up, and then we're gonna start sanding these Mo taggies. These things are clean, masked. Time to spray them. Pretty stoked. Can't wait to have these done and get onto the stripes. Well, all 4 wheels officially gold. So phase 1 is done. Pretty stoked. Wheels turned out pretty good. A couple little blemishes and stuff, no big deal. It's hard to get in those spokes pretty tight with a rattle can anyway. So now, because I've got this side laid out exactly how I want, I'm gonna paper it off and I'm gonna lay the base coat nice and quick. Once that's done and drying, we'll bolt on the wheels. They should be hardened up enough by then. And then, yeah, probably call it a day around 4 o'clock. It's 2 now, so I figure by the time I mask it off, get one coat of base down, I should be pretty happy with our results for the day. All right, well that didn't quite go as planned. This white is, well, this paint is terrible. So I got this Krillon stuff from Lord Co. A, sprays way too much. B, it splatters everywhere. It left like splatter marks all in that paint. Looks like a bunch of little dust nibs. When in fact, it's just splatter marks. Anyway, what do you expect for $10 paint? Whatever. It's just a base coat. It's only going to be used for like the little tiny paint strips. Might have been a little bit overkill, but it's cool to see a little bit of contrast on the car. I wish I could just peel the masking off right now, but I gotta let it dry and mask off and do the colors. So I'm just gonna leave it to decide later. Well, holy shit. The stripes actually got like a gloss to it. So I redid it. I went over the whole thing with 400 with a wet sand. I got rid of this big ass strip that was here, although it's kind of shadowed there. I need to put one more light coat over the stripe, and then it should be good to lay down the colors. I'm excited. Day 3 tomorrow, guys. It's we're gonna be 1 day behind schedule because of the fuck up with the stripe, but it's not a big deal. As long as I finish it this week, I'll be a happy guy. Anyway, see you tomorrow. Camera 1, camera 2. Good morning, guys. It is day 3. I got this first base coat stripe done and screwed it up because I used cheap, shitty paint from Krylon, whatever it is called. Ended up grabbing a couple cans of Duplicolor white. Worked perfectly, laid out nice and flat. The nerd in me wants to like hit this with 1,000, 1,500, and 2,000, but I'm gonna not do that because I'm running out of time. I got a lot of work to do. Not gonna talk to the camera a lot today. Plus I'm kind of weird when my neighbor's around and I'm talking to the camera in the driveway, whatever. Anyway, it's just gonna be a lot of time lapses and footage, so probably see you later this afternoon when we have like color and other stripe, stuff like that. Okay? Break. Just finished masking off this for the base coat, so I'm gonna spray the white and then we'll let that dry, and we're gonna move back over there and mask off and do the orange. I may have gotten a little ahead of myself. So I finished laying down all the stripes. As you can see, they do look rad. I did screw up So the orange stripe is absolutely terrible. It's that flaking and that peeling is just everywhere. All the thin tape that I used for the intermediate white lines, all cracked away and flaked away. Something that's gonna drive me bonkers, so I'd kind of like to fix it. Anyway, I also laid out this side on the wick grooving, so that's gonna look cool when it's done. And the entire driver's side or passenger side, depending on which part of the world you're from, is all base coated, so that'll be ready to stripe up later tonight and tomorrow morning. It's getting a little bit out of hand, but you know what? Kat walked in, she looked at it, and she said she loves it. It's amazing. So I've got the right approval. That's what I was looking for. As long as my wife will ride in the car, we're golden. We're getting there. We're getting there. I'm excited. Can't wait for this to be done and be driving it. All right, I'll talk to you guys soon. Welcome back, guys. Back in the shop. It's like 1 o'clock the next day. I did a bit of wet sanding on the orange stripe last night just to smooth out all the areas where it cracked. Feels good, nice and flat. Some of these areas I want to work on a little bit more. I feel like that crack needs to be just feathered right out, like I can feel it with my nail. That gnarliness right there. Part of me just wants to send it and say frig it, but I do have to do it properly to fix it. I'm gonna work on that a little bit. I don't have a lot of time today. We're going to a barbecue with Kat's family later. We're doing our Father's Day early. It's Friday right now. I wanted to have this done by tomorrow, Saturday. It doesn't look like it's gonna happen. I'm still waiting on some decals and stuff, and I gotta figure out numbering. I think I might actually hand paint that, like old school hand paint. I think that might be kind of cool. So I'm gonna look into that, but I mean, for the most part, we get an idea of what it's gonna look like. I'm just gonna putter around and work the stripe a little bit. I'm not really gonna film much of that. It's just gonna be the same kind of shit as we did yesterday. But what I will do is I would like to at least get this laid out and maybe get 1 or 2 of the stripes done. I've learned a bunch of lessons from that side. The paint for the stripe colors, I kind of figured out like how to apply it a little bit better. You really need to back off your distance with the spray and do it super light. So I'm gonna work on that a little bit. So I'll flick it on when I'm working the other side. I'm just gonna finish messing with this, get it masked off and fix it, and then go from there. So see you in a bit. All right, I kind of did some work and forgot I was filming for YouTube. So, I should probably fix my dang hair because it's probably a disaster. Whatever. Looks great. I look like a weirdo. Anyway, so I fixed the orange stripe. It looks a lot better. Although there's 2 spots where I had to sand real far down into the primer, and they are flashing through. So what I'll do after it's rock hard is I'll just mask off the smaller area and blend it. Do another little blow in, but that's not a big deal. The rest of the stripe turned out great. All the texture and everything and all the cracking stayed away. So I definitely figured out the method with this paint, which is kind of good. I mean, it sucks that I had to figure it out the hard way, but I also started on the wing stripe. I just finished spraying the orange. Pink laid down pretty nicely as well. And I'll give that about an hour, hopefully. And then just before we head to our barbecue, I'll spray the red. And that side of the wing will be done. This side of the car will pretty much be done for the striping. Yeah, a little bit behind schedule. It's no big deal though. Getting really excited. Laying down those 2 stripes now that I know what I'm doing isn't gonna take very long. So I'm gonna go finish up what I gotta do, and we will check back with you guys probably later tonight. Hopefully I can get these 2 laid down. If not, whatever, we'll just keep slogging at it tomorrow. It's gonna rain all weekend, so might as well be in the shop. Alrighty, see you shortly. I misplaced the GoPro, so I'm back on the Fuji. What's up? It's now Saturday, so past my deadline. I wanted this done last night, but well, I had a few too many beers at the family barbecue. Didn't really come back to it, kind of fell asleep. But whatever. Nobody's holding me to this except myself, but I will have it done this weekend. I'm pretty stoked about that. That is a look. I like it. Okay. Anyway, guys, so I'm gonna keep putting away on this. I'll turn this on, you know, spraying and getting ready and stuff. And then probably the next time I'll talk to you is when, well, the stripes are all done. I don't know. Should be a fairly productive day. It's pissing rain outside, so I'm gonna leave the door shut until I gotta spray and keep it kind of warm in here, keep the cans warm, and keep the paint nice and thin. So anyway, let's get to it. Well guys, that is gonna do it for this garage packed episode of Days Off. I really appreciate you tagging along for this one. It was really fun to make the GC8 look the way it does now. I'm very happy with it for the minimal amount of money that I spent and the amount of time it took. It's a good reward. Do I recommend doing this yourself? No, go get a wrap, do something proper, save your money, get your car painted properly. This thing, it's in between being a really good car and an okay car. It's gonna get a motor, it's gonna get a transmission, probably new paint in the next couple of years, but for now, it's pretty cool. I'm gonna enjoy it every step of the way, and I hope you enjoy it every step of the way. Remember to subscribe, hit that like button, leave me a comment, let me know what you think of the livery, and see you guys on the next adventure. I can't wait. Have a good one.